Hi all, welcome to John's Bottle Baking. Today we're going to be doing the U-96 U-boat. Got the next pack 24, and here we go. We're doing the tower, the lower part of the tower anyway. Got both sides. There we go. We got a motor, and we've got a radio direction finder. I think that one is. Excellent. Lots of brackets to pop into place. Shouldn't take all that long, this, to be honest, but 93 to 96. And you remember this? Yeah, we don't actually put it together, but we do put the what is it? The direction finder in here with another panel. But it's going to look cool. Excellent stuff. So, kit 93, we have the lower part of the tower. Where's kit 93? Where's kit 93? So, without further ado, let's get on with the build. So, here we have the parts, as always, brilliantly packaged. There we go. Let's have a look at the detail of this. This is the lower port side, left side of the tower. And then we got connector L1, L2 and L3. There we go, look at that detail. Looks fantastic, does it not? Okay, we need to pop 93 to on to here. I think that goes there. Just like that. Okay, just a couple of FM screws. Okay, now we want 93.3. That goes there. And again, two more FM screws. There we go. 93.2 and 93.3. And now we want 93.4, which will fit just there like that. This has L3 on it. There we go. You can see there's a peg there as well. Yeah, so it locates itself properly. This will enable us to connect both sides of the tower up. And these are smaller screws, EM screws. There we go. That's all three brackets in place. Yeah, that cracking detail. Okie doke. Let's move on to kit 94. Okie doke, in this kit, three connectors are attached to the starboard, which is the right side, right half of the tower, before the two halves of the tower are joined together. So basically we've got the three connectors again. Brilliant detail as always. Okay, well, this time we've got three sets of screws. We have CM screws, FM and EM screws. So again, we need this piece, that will go there, this piece will go there, and that piece will go onto there. So FM for that one, that connector, FM for that connector, and EM for that connector. Let's get the first screw into here. For this one we need the EM screw. There we go, excellent. I think all these are fine now. Brilliant. And all we need to do is to marry these together. Boom, boom. Let's see. That way. There's a couple of lugs there going to holes there and there. Yep, that should. There we go. Ensure that is together, and just have to squeeze that one together, I think. So we need a CP screw in there and a CP screw in there. Okay, now let's get the first CP screw into here. These are going into plastic, and we need one underneath. There we go. Then we need one on top here. There we go. Excellent. There we go. That's kit 94 completed. Brilliant. We've got a bit of a gap here, but I think that will close up later anyway. Yeah. Can close it with my fingers, so I know it'll close later. Excellent stuff. There we go. Let's move on to kit 95. Okay, now we have kit 95. This kit's a bracket and guide for the radio bearing frame and a fairing piece are all attached to the upper turret assembly that you worked on in kit 5. There we go. That's all the pieces. That's plastic, plastic, plastic. They're all plastic. What screws do we have? We have CP screws, of course, for plastic. There we go. There's the tower from kit 5. That looks cool, does it not? Right. So first thing we need to do is to pop this bracket on to here, just there, like that, in that position. Okay, doke. Now we need the CP screws. Okay, doke. Right, let's get this into place. There we go. And next we need 95.3. There's 2 little pegs on for them holes, and that will fit. Oh no, that's the wrong way around. Will fit that way, just like that. There we go. It looks like we need another couple of screws. 2 more CP screws. Oops, pieces are falling off. Must be all silly fault that. That'll glue back on there in a second or two. Right, just need to pop this piece in place. There are a couple of what they call slots here and here, and that will go like that. There we go. So I'll glue that on, and I'll glue the binoculars back on as well. Okay, there we go. There's that piece in place. I just had to find the right glue, and then binoculars are back in place as well. I used one type of glue and it just didn't work. Come on, focus. There we go. I used one type of super glue and it didn't work, so I had to use liquid super glue, and that fixed everything in place. Excellent. And there is the radio, or the antenna anyway. Right, let's move on to kit 96. Here we have kit 96. In this kit, the motor for the direction finding radio frame is connected with a cable fitted with a cog and attached to the underside of the upper turret assembly. The parts out, and let's get on with the build. There we go, there's the screws, there's the motor, there's the cog. All I need to do is pop this label. Yeah, that will go into there, like so. Pop the label on the other end, approximately there. Get that forwarded correctly. Go on, you awkward devil. There we go. It's a bit humid today. There we go. Perfect. And that cog will go on there like that, but obviously that is quite loose. But as you can see, it's got a cross head at the end of that motor, so that will fit there, just like that. But now we need to fit this into place. So pop that just there like so. This will go down there. I think that's as far as that will that go. Get it. Should fit into there. Should fit down here. I just have to give it a little helping hand. Just push it into place. Okay, because that's a piece of plastic, what I've done, I've loosened this bracket here that we put on previously, because it needs to get past a certain point. I think you can just see it. There you go, there's a lip just here on this bracket, that the aerial needs to get past. There we go, and once it's past it, it slots into place because there is this groove here. Yeah, that's what sits inside of that slot there. So don't force it, just loosen the bracket and just get it in place, fit it over that little tab, and then it'll slot into place, and then it can move up and down freely. There you go. That's perfect. Right, all we need to do now is be mindful that the binoculars are there, and pop this motor into place. Okay, so pop that onto the end of the motor. We need it that way around, and it will go just there through that hole. See, this is awkward as well. There, we can put that there, and then pop the motor in to place. There we go. Much easier. Right, we just need a couple of the screws that we got with this pack, this kit. Let's get them out. Okay, there we go, all that in place. We need 2 BP screws. There we go. So that's the antenna in place. Excellent. Binoculars glued. That panel is glued. The motor is in place. Excellent. I haven't tested the motor. Okay, doke. We got the battery pack. We got the tester. Plugs into that plug there, and there we go. I don't know how high that's supposed to go actually, but I can always adjust it later anyway. I would imagine it'll stop because of that groove there anyway. Yeah, that's the limit of it. As soon as it feels any resistance, it will stop. Yeah, excellent stuff. There we go. So that looks cool. At least it's working anyway now. It was rather fiddly. But yeah, just remember this bracket, just loosen it to get the aerial over a tab, or get the slot into place so that it can go up and down. You saw what I tried to do, tried to prise it over with a screwdriver originally, but it was a little bit too tight because it was catching on here as well. But it's in place now. Excellent, you'll work it out. Brilliant stuff. So there we go, that is pack 24 kits 93 to 96 complete. So there we go folks, there is the tower. I put the lower halves with the upper half, with the turret part of course. There we go, that looks cool. Obviously we need the periscopes to pop into place, yeah, and we need to fit those there they are, fibre optics, them two as well in place. Connect all that up. It is just loosely in place. It is a tight fit. There is a bit of a gap here at the front at the moment, but obviously it needs to be all screwed together. But that's looking cool. So the only problem really was the antenna there. Just like I said before, take that bracket off and it fits in nicely. But that's looking super cool, is it not? Excellent stuff. Right, so that is it. That is pack 24 kits 93 to 96 complete. The next pack will be on time, just as this one was. So it'll be 3 to 4 weeks off before I get that. Excellent. I haven't looked ahead to see what it is, but I've got it on my PC somewhere. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy that. If you did, give us a nice big thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hopefully I'll see you next month for the next 4 kits. What are we on? 97, 98, 99 and 100. Oh, brilliant. Getting there, getting there. Anyway, thanks again. Stay safe. Bye for now.